In this video, I'm going to be covering the only 3 effects that you're going to need as a music video editor inside of After Effects. These are effects that you can use on every single video, so make sure you guys watch all the way to the end. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. So open up in the After Effects timeline here, we have this Lil Durk music video that I was playing around on. And the very first one I want to cover here is time warp. So the way that time warp works, if we go ahead and take this music video here, let's say you have your footage and you want to go ahead and take this clip here, that's regular speed, and you want to slow it down so it's slow motion. If your video isn't 60 FPS and you can't do slow motion to it, with this time warp effect, you can actually add slow motion to any footage. I'll show you guys how to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the clip I want. We're going to start right here. I'm going to press Command Shift D, and it's going to cut the clip. And we're going to go to the end right here, right around here, and press Command Shift D again. So we're going to apply our effect onto this part. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on it, then we're going to right click on it and go to Pre-Compose. We want to make sure we turn on these 3 settings here. And it's going to go ahead and open it up in a new composition. Now that we have this open, we want to go to the part that we want to slow down. I like when he puts his hands up like this. I recommend doing a movement like that, where like someone's doing something, they're pointing, or like they're going to point, slow-mo when they point. We're going to go ahead and press Command Shift D again here. And you guys will see very quickly, if I go ahead and put the time warp effect on this, what it's going to do is it's going to bring it to a different part in the video. Now to avoid that, what you actually want to do is right click, hit Pre-Compose again, and make sure you turn off this 3rd option here that opens it up in a new composition. And then if we go ahead and drag and drop time warp on this again, you can see it doesn't move to a different part in the video. So that's a little hack there. So what you want to do now is you want to go ahead and set a keyframe just by clicking this speed timer button here in the top left. And you want to set this to 100% speed. Now you want to click on the clip in our composition here and press U on your keyboard. And it's going to show us all the keyframes here. We're going to go about here, I think. And we're going to change this to 20% speed. And then I'm going to copy it just by highlighting it and pressing Command C. And we're going to bring it and paste it here. And then we're going to go right around here and bring it back to 100% speed. And if we play it through, you guys can see we get that slow-mo effect. Super hard. And to spice this up, we're going to be using our brand new viral effects pack. On the right side here, you guys can see we have folders for hits and shakes, looks and styles, new presets, roto background effects, and transitions. We're going to go ahead and open up the hits and shakes here. And we're going to right click and create a new adjustment layer. And then what you want to do is just crop it to around here, just like this. I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop on a directional blur hit, just like so. And if you press U on your keyboard now, I'm going to go ahead and highlight all these keyframes. And then if you hold Option and then drag them in, it'll make them smaller. And we're going to make it like this. So we have that nice little wipe there with the zoom out. And then we're going to go ahead and right click and create another adjustment layer now. And then once the heavy shake is inside of here, we're going to highlight all the keyframes, select all the keyframes, hold Option, click and drag them closer together. And then we're going to apply it where we want it to hit. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the hit around here. So we go ahead and play it now. You guys can see we get some nice animation there. This is without the viral effects pack. And then this is with it here. And now is the best time to go ahead and grab this because we're offering a buy one get one free sale over on our website. You guys can grab this pack and get any other pack of your choice for completely free. And this works up to an unlimited amount of times. So if you're interested in checking out our website, everything will be linked down below. The next one we're going to be covering here is creating flash transitions, which are like super important to adding energy to a video. We're going to go ahead and create an adjustment layer here. And there's a couple things you can use. You can use S_flicker if you have Sapphire. You could use Deep Glow. But for this, I'm just going to be using the basic Lumetri colorway without having any plugins. So dragging and dropping that on here, we're going to open up basic correction. And we're going to turn up the exposure to like 5. And then we're going to press U on our keyboard again. We're going to go back 2 frames and then bring this down to 0. And then we're going to highlight this, press Command C, and then we're going to bring it over and paste it again. So we get a nice flash transition there, and it's actually really good to put these in between clips. So where that transition is, where it cuts clips, We can have a really nice flash transition there. And if you want to make it even better, what you can do is move these closer together. And you could take the middle keyframe, which is the actual exposure being up, and paste it on the edges. And then you could take this one here, which is it being back at 0, and paste at the edges again. And you get a nice flicker, which adds a ton of energy. And you could tie a bunch of stuff in this as well. Like if you want to go ahead and add deep glow to this, it's really going to blend everything together. Just press Command Shift D, and you're going to cut the excess here. And we get a way cleaner effect. You can go ahead and turn down the exposure here. And then when it flashes like this with the deep glow, you guys can see it's really going to be a lot cleaner a glow compared to the actual clip here. I'm going to go ahead and play that. Super clean. And it'll look even more fire with something like an invert effect. So basically what you want to achieve with this is have the flicker or the flash be the base, and then add things like invert or textures or overlays. So I'm going to go ahead and add invert inside of here. Just drag and drop that on. We got a really clean transition there using this. Super, super fire. And then going back to the viral effects pack, inside of looks and styles, there's a bunch of stuff in here that you can add on this. If you want to go ahead and drag and drop the camcorder look on here, you guys can see it does it with a camcorder look. Which is super fire. Or you can do it with like an 8mm camera look. Or this color texture one as well. Or this comic texture one as well. There's a bunch of different options in here. I really like the dreaming filter. You guys can see that looks crazy there. That is pretty much that one there. And then last but not least, we have zoom ins and zoom outs. I'm going to press Command Shift D to separate this clip right here. And then press it again. We're going to be working on this clip right here. I'm going to right click and create a new adjustment layer. And then we're going to crop this to fit this here. And then on this, we're going to add a transform. And then we're going to drag and drop that on the adjustment layer. Now we're going to be creating a super smooth zoom in and zoom out. This is also going to add a lot more energy and make your video a lot more engaging. You want to go ahead and unclick use composition shutter. And I like to set this to something like 360. And then we'll set a scale at the beginning. And then we'll go to the middle of the video right here. And we'll zoom this way in. I'm going to press U on my keyboard and actually go back to the beginning of the clip here. And I'm also going to add a keyframe for the position, because when we go in here, you can see he's off to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and move the position over just like this. And then move this up here. Press U on our keyboard again. And then we're going to copy these keyframes going back. We're going to move them all the way to the end here. So we get this really nice zoom in effect. And if he's to the side like this, you can just go ahead and adjust with the position just like so. So you guys can see how much more energy that adds to the clip. This is without it. Versus this. And then you could really level this up with the viral effects pack here by going and creating an adjustment layer. And just cutting these edges. And whenever he puts his hand up to hit the screen, we're going to apply an effect from the viral effects pack. I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop an invert flash on here. I'm going to highlight all the keyframes here and put it right here. So you guys can see how much more energy that adds. And we're going to add another one right here by right clicking, creating a new adjustment layer. And then we can just drag and drop a shake hit on this top one here. Press U on our keyboard. And we're going to cut it right here and play it. Super, super clean. This is how it looks with viral effects. And you guys can see how much more energy that adds with the zoom in and then these subtle shakes and hits as well. Those are the 3 effects that I would recommend you do inside of After Effects. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and go check out our BOGO sale as well over on our website. Buy one, get one free editing packs you do not want to miss out on. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.